Hello everybody. In this video I will use several models to cover anatomy of the digestive system. So we're gonna start with this one, and on this model we can see oral cavity, right? So this is our oral cavity. So we have the roof of the oral cavity that is formed by hard palate, soft palate, and uvula, and the floor of the oral cavity is formed by the tongue. We also have vestibule. So vestibule is a space between your lips and gums or gingivae. So the space between lips and gingivae is called oral vestibule, and this is called oral cavity proper. Now also we can see pharynx right over here. So pharynx is shared by both respiratory and digestive system, and pharynx has three parts. So this part of the pharynx is called nasopharynx. So it's posterior to the nasal cavity. Posterior to the oral cavity we have this part that is oropharynx, and this part over here is laryngopharynx. It's posterior to the upright epiglottis. Right, then laryngopharynx then will be divided into two tubes. Anteriorly we have trachea, and posteriorly we have esophagus. Okay. So now on this model we can see salivary glands. So this salivary gland is parotid gland, sublingual, and submandibular. So parotid gland has its parotid gland duct that opens into the vestibule next to the second over here upper molar. Now sublingual gland has 10 to 12 ducts that open into the floor of the mouth, and submandibular gland has a duct that opens at the base of the lingual frenulum. So it's actually right there. Okay, so next a model that I will use as a model of the stomach. So on this model we can see layers of the wall of the stomach. So this is serous membrane. So that's a serosa, visceral serosa, or this is our peritoneum, so it will be visceral peritoneum. Now we have this muscular tunic, and in the stomach we have three layers of muscles, smooth muscles. So over here this is circular, this is oblique, and on this side you can see longitudinal muscles. So longitudinal is the more superficial, so longitudinal, then circular, and then oblique. The rest of GI tract has only two layers of muscularis externa, longitudinal and circular. So they're missing oblique that stomach has. Also on this model you can see this nerve over here, that is a vagus nerve. So this is left vagus nerve, and on the other side you will see right vagus nerve. Right. Okay. Now we will use this model of the stomach to show other parts that we need to know. So this is esophagus, and where esophagus joins the stomach we have an area called cardia. So that's a cardia over here. This is fundus. The major part of the stomach is the body of the stomach, and this part is pylorus. So pylorus has pyloric antrum and pyloric canal, and this smooth muscle on both sides are pyloric sphincter. Now this is duodenum or duodenum. Also, if you look at the stomach, this part is called angular notch, and this curve is lesser curvature, and this curve is greater curvature. Also, you can see blood vessels. So this is left gastric artery, and over here will be our right gastric artery, right? And this blood vessel is left gastroepiploic artery. So on this model, we also can see the structure inside called rugae, and also structure over here in a duodenum called circular folds. We also can see the layers, right? So that's our muscularis externa, and this will be our mucosal layer, right? And then we have our serosa that was shown on this model. That's a serosa. Also in this video, I want to use our model of the large intestine. Okay, so over here, this is where the small intestine, so this part is part of the small intestine, where small intestine joins the large intestine, right? So this part is ileum, and this is cecum, appendix. Now, large intestine goes up, right, and it's called ascending colon, transverse colon, descending colon, sigmoid colon, rectum, and then anus. Also, we have this turn points, right? This is called right colic flexure or hepatic flexure, and this is called left colic flexure or splenic flexure. Also, you can see how large intestine has these like packets, right? This is called haustra, right? So we have this haustra, and this line over here that is actually longitudinal muscle called tenia coli. So that's a tenia coli. Okay. So we covered several models, right, over here, and thank you for watching.